Om Namah Shivaya, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Veronica. Allow me to pull back the galactic veil so that we may see with greater clarity. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. By the time you watch this, it might be the 12th. First two cards out. We have the solar plexus, your inner sun, your inner guiding light, and Bina. Bina represents divine feminine in the tree of life. So this is, wow, element of fire. This is something that's sparking a new light inside of the divine feminine collective, and, you know, even a masculine identifying person still has divine feminine within them, or at least around them. Scorpio, element of fire in Scorpio. So this is like Mars energy I'm getting. Heart chakra. This is like a war energy between Cancer. There's a lot of water out here. Somebody is going through an emotional upgrade. Somebody's finding their self-worth after going through a lot of unveiling, after going through a time where there were people in their life that they had to get away from because they were diminishing their self-worth. And what I'm getting with the heart chakra and Cancer, because Cancer is the crab that has the shell around them, the shell to protect them, is that you had a shell around your heart because of protection, basically. You felt like you couldn't stand up for yourself, and that your inner light was diminished. It's like going from this bright yellow solar plexus to having it be darkened out, like it was super blocked. Yao, angelic frequency. You had a lot of help from your spirit team and from your angels. Hon Shaze Shonen is a Reiki symbol, which symbolizes a bridge beyond all of time and space. Wow. By finding your self-worth, you healed this angelic frequency within yourself, and by doing so, this is gonna sound crazy, but you healed it for an entire collective. At the bottom we have the pentagram. By tapping into your elemental nature, this is you like returning to the womb. It's like accessing the cells that create life within the womb inside your body by healing this emotional solar plexus and heart chakra ray. It's like the yellow ray and the green ray have been restored to full vibrancy and created a complete star. I'm seeing planet Venus and how it traces a star through its through its orbit around the sun, and how we can like map it and trace its orbit. It draws a star geometrically. This is cool. I'm gonna get astrology cards out. This is really cool. It's like you are an embodiment of Venus. through what you had to go through and how hard you leveled up, it's like you became a literal angel. You became an angel on earth. You could be a descendant from an angel. You know, that's generational wealth right there. It's wealth from your ancestors. And I know a lot of people in this time are receiving those spiritual blessings from their ancestors. The moon, the soul, on the solar plexus chakra. Let's do a little spread out here. The moon and the solar plexus, and then we have Saturn, truth on Bina, divine feminine truth. Wow, that is so powerful. Maybe you have a moon, Saturn conjunction, opposition, square, trine. Moon, Saturn. It's like things got really somber all of a sudden. It's like you've accepted the path that your soul had to take in order to create through Bina. Exactly who you were meant to be. Maybe you didn't feel safe to embody your full soul's evolution. But Saturn is here to tell you that you're ready for it. Whatever that means to you. You know, we all have aspirations for what we think we should be doing or like looking like or all of that stuff. Okay. Card spirit, please. Sagittarius. I see Sagittarius coming out on top of the element of fire. Yeah, I see a lot of movement in your future. A lot of bold actions, but very intelligent. Solar eclipse. Oops. Revolution on Scorpio. Solar eclipse in Scorpio. Wow. Whenever the element of fire in Scorpio came out, I was talking about this war energy between, it felt like between Venus and Mars, because Mars is a co-ruler of Scorpio along with Pluto, and having solar eclipse revolution energy here coming out with Sagittarius, I see revolution, because people in the divine collective are awakening to the truth of their soul embodiment and what that actually looks like and means for themselves and for everybody who also belongs to that same like frequency line, that horizontal streamer that courses along the horizontal planes of our planet and perhaps the universe as we know it. But it's the 7 rays, and those rays all belong to your chakra system. So once you notice your own colors, you can see the colors in other beings as well. And that's a revolutionary idea, I believe, because we all come from the same waters. Heart of fortune, increase heart chakra. Yeah, and that's the quantum financial system in a nutshell too. It's because it's going to be based off of frequency and your heart's intentions and desires. Increase in the body, Cancer energy, and first house. You could be a Cancer rising. But again, first house in astrology typically showcases where in your body you are most dominant according to your astrological chart. And so a person with Cancer rising would have like a moon face, right? Maybe well endowed in other feminine areas, right? I mean, in the heart chakra zone, this is really talking about stuff like that. And North Node, life's purpose. You know, I'm really getting that, and this came out in a reading that I did recently too, was that you're crafting your body to look a specific way, or just so that you feel strong, confident, and comfortable. And Spirit is telling you now that while your body is going through these changes, you have to leave something behind so that your body can continue to evolve. Pluto transformation. And at the bottom, Jupiter return benefits. Just think of all of like the benefits that's going to come from like switching up something inside of your routine that's going to give you a lot more benefit, like health benefit. Your body's just going to feel so much healthier. And it's almost like you're going to get paid to do it. The Empress. Yeah. You're going to get paid in vibes. You're going to get paid with time. And that's the most valuable commodity. Wow. The Empress, the world, the star. This is huge energy. You could literally become famous through this energy, is what it's saying. The world, Saturn, truth and structure. You're building a new world or community around this way that you are able to transform yourself, because I mean, that's just what it's going to be like for those in the 144,000 community of archangelic children birthed from the star in Sagittarius. You know, this is the galactic center. Literally, I'm channeling the galactic center. And it truly is just an inverted star. It's like the inside of a gigantic star. And once you pop out of that hole, wow. Shapes and colors and things like that. I'll have to unpack that shit later. Three of Wands. Preparing for a journey. You could be traveling. Revolution and Scorpio. Yeah, I'm getting that you are ready. You're just ready. You're ready to take the next step. Spirit is asking you to take the next step, because you're going to get the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups on the part of fortune and heart chakra. Come on, that's incredible. I think this is too many cards, but I like to scry anyway. Page of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles and the Hangman reverse. Through your hard work and beginning, I'm hearing beginning again. I feel like you oscillate between Page of Wands and Hangman energy, and something in your life, whatever it is that you've been diligently working on in your life right now, even though it's like a slow and steady wins the race kind of thing, you're still going to break free from the cycle and, you know, get loosed from this perch point. You will get loosed. It's like something is going to emotionally affect you to the point where you say, all right, I had enough and it's just time to switch gears, and then you do it. It's as simple as that. Seven of Wands in reverse. First house, the body, and Cancer. Yeah, this is something that you have been wrestling with internally for quite some time. And maybe this is a self-confidence thing where you feel like you can't exactly open up all the way. And the King of Pentacles is also in reverse too, here on the North Node, Life's Purpose and Yao. And it's because there was some greedy people in your life who felt like they needed to have you all for themselves and said specific things to you to keep you in a lower vibration and a lower frequency, like wrestling inside of your own mind. But again, this like sidebar reading popped out to let you know that that cycle has been broken and you're no longer the one who is sitting out on the sidelines. Like, you're fully participating at this point. Too many cards again, but we're going to take them. It's the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands. It's really sexy energy, not going to lie. It's like you had all of this hard work and something to show for it through how you show up and like how you carry yourself and carry your energy. And in turn, by, you know, interacting with other people, you give them amazing inspiration on how to like move forward with themselves in that way. Like, you're incredibly inspirational. And it's your soul. It's like your soul light that shines as the star. And people can see it. You are a burning ember. You are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Because you went from the Page of Wands and you leveled up to the Queen of Wands as you took a detour in the Thoth. Yeah, it was that harrowing journey through the desert. And the King of Wands. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Page of Wands. It's beautiful. It was your life's purpose to face, this greedy individual who came into your life so that they could alter your perception on how you did view money and what it means to keep, like, to be your own keeper in terms of frequency. And once you did have that tower moment and alchemized as the High Priestess from Page of Wands to Queen of Wands, then the King of Wands shows up, you know. I just heard Daddy's home, and it really is like that. I just get that, you know, the frequency of the king and queen coming together through inspirited action doesn't just provide for you two, but it provides more than you will ever realize, just because the story of it is like a fairy tale. I'm seeing Guinevere and Arthur. This is super cool. Okay, I really want to get another layer. I'd like to use the shaman cards. Today, mine's Sulkin. It is the day of the red resonant dragon. And resonant days show up as tone number 6, and they are always guided by the same glyph. So it's a double dragon day. And I'm getting like a lot of like Spirit of Albion and King Arthur and the 12 Knights of the Round Table. You could perhaps resonate with having ancestors through the Knights Templar and through that type of like dragon lineage. Because today is a big day for the mother of color and frequency. The dragons and the angels able to uphold divine law and divine will together. And it's very honorable energy. It's deeply honorable. Wow. I'm just getting such a respect coming through. Thank you, dragon and angelic ancestors. We honor you by filling this body completely as initiates of the divine light. And as we initiate ourselves into this aeon, we humbly accept our role as divine emissaries of the light. And to that we say, Aho, and thank you. Air, messages, and fire, action. We have fire out here twice. There's a ton of wands out on the table, a ton of wands. There's so much fire out here right now. Your angels team is going so hard for you right now. I'm literally getting that you are a child of Archangel Michael. I mean, like, literally. And he's been reaching out to you in some way for you to hear him, but he really wants you to take an action in the world, to speak your truth about your experience, to speak your soul's truth. Okay, next cards, please, Spirit. Eagle, the guide. Eagle, the star, Sagittarius, I see an element of fire. It's like seeing a beacon, a torch lit in the distance as your guide through the night. Water, emotion. Yeah, you could be processing a lot of emotions right now. Something that came out in yesterday's reading again was that you could be feeling a lot of pain and joint pain and muscle pain and things like that. And that's really just the stuck emotions that are trying to get your attention, that want to leave your body. So you're being asked to do something revolutionary and look at yourself in a different way. Just give yourself a little bit more grace and look at yourself from a distance if you possibly can. You know, eagle has that eagle eye vision where they can track a field mouse from like however far away up in the sky or whatever, right? This is saying that you're monitoring yourself too hard and perhaps being a little bit dogmatic about how you're approaching your spiritual path or like the way that you're progressing. And Spirit is just saying to back off and take a more relaxed approach and allow your emotions to be your guide. It's like not so much sticking to the same timetable that you have been on, but instead allowing yourself to be in greater flow and greater ease to get yourself through these times. I like these two. Community of the trees. Love that. On the 10 of Cups, part of fortune increase in heart chakra. Yeah, it's literally saying that we are going to become more like a community of trees where, you know, our roots are able to grow and intertwine together to create a more safe and stable foundation and structure. Like you could perhaps be merging households with somebody, and when that does happen, you know, it's like this rite of passage for your soul. It's true emotional fulfillment. At the bottom we have wolf teacher. Yeah. And I mean, it's not to say that you won't experience more lessons, but you might look up to this person like they're some sort of like a guru or like a a coach or something like that. But they're going to teach you something about how not to be at war with yourself. They're going to provide you with a lot of insight on acceptance. That's what I'm getting. Acceptance. The infinite stars. And this is limitless energy. I heard limitless potential. Infinite. King of Pentacles reverse. North Node, life's purpose, and Yao. Yao is the spiral of your visual awareness in every direction, including your peripheral vision and things that you don't exactly focus on, has its own point and coordinate. And motion of your, again, the visual perception of your light as it reaches an object and makes its way back to you. It's kind of like how certain animals use echolocation for things, but it's not involving an audible frequency. It's involving an inaudible projectile of intentional awareness. I hope that makes sense. It was mouthy. Bit wordy. Egg. Earth. Earth, King of Wands, Pluto transformation, and Hon Shaze Shonen. Infinite birth. On the bottom we have Rabbit Challenge. This is insanely abundant energy. And yes, it might be a challenge for you at first, but I'm hearing that it's going to be like riding a bike, because once you start, you're going to be having so much fun, because it's going to delight your soul. It's where you're meant to be, and you're going to feel that. As above, so below. You're going to feel it. Specialness. Don't the imagery look quite similar? Eh? Specialness. You're just going to feel correct and safe to embody and act as natural as possible. And that's going to make you feel so valid inside of your own energy, and that's the magic. That's exactly how I can best describe this solar plexus upgrade that you're going through right now. It's amazing. Stuck, guide, the star, Sagittarius, I see, element of fire. Yeah, this guide, this King of Wands energy who's coming in to show you how special you are and validate you in the best ways, can see exactly what's holding you back, and they're going to guide you through it. What'd I say? They're going to be able to see it. Because you're emotionally connected. They're like you, where they can see emotions. They can read water. And what does emotions do? You know, it's emotions and water, you know, coincide symbolically. So when they're tapped into your emotional world, they can just read the waves as they come off of you. This one once. Gaslighting. Yeah. They can see what happened to you that made you have certain like triggers and reflex points. And maybe it came from you being in a community that didn't value your light. So you felt like you had to dim it. But he's turning that back up, and it's I said he. King of Wands is turning this back up for you. Through the heart. Yeah, this is a deep bond. Doesn't have to be romantic, but I'm kind of getting a lot of romance through this, just because it's such a deep bond. And you're on the correct timeline, you know. Predator at the bottom, that's the second time I saw that. They're steering you away from the predators who really did try to take this light away from you infinitely. It's like this community painted you in some sort of dim or dull light, but this King of Wands sees you for who you truly are and is giving you the proper respect that you deserve, because that's just the type of person that you are too. Resistance. It did come in reverse. So it's like you are dropping your resistance around receiving the type of love, the type of unconditional love that your soul has been craving, because it's the depth at which you can reach and feel. And it's like they come in and they've been explorers of the infinite ocean as well. So they knew right where to find you. And look at that. They're gonna crown you. I just heard, king me. King me. At the bottom we have autumn. Could happen this autumn, you guys. I would say that's pretty straightforward, to be honest with you. I mean, this is coming in quick. There's, like I said, there's so much fire and so many wands out on the table. I mean, we even have this sacred heart with tons of flames all around it. Ooh, and I'm seeing lots of candles. That could be significant for somebody. Yeah, this just feels like deeply romantic. Like, you got the wine, you got the candles, you guys got the dinner, you got the movie, whatever it is. I wanted this one anyway. New moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. And you feel safe. You feel safe to open up. Nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. You know what I'm actually getting from that is that you guys have something really sacred that nobody can touch. It is exactly whatever you want it to be and however you want to make it. And this King of Wands guide teacher is correct for you. They're going to put you in Empress energy and show you exactly where it was that caused you to have a trigger or an emotional wound that you react to. They're going to love you unconditionally and bring about this revolutionary type of love that heals not only your timeline, but the timeline of your generations, 7 in the future and 7 in the back. This is a lot of heavy lifting in the Divine Collective, and I really have to applaud you for going through whatever it was that you went through. But I just want to let you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's coming quicker than you might imagine. So just stay soft, open, receptive, feminine, you know, if you resonate with that. And if you resonate more with the Divine Masculine, who is coming in here to elevate an Empress to her proper position in the world as the star, I want to say thank you for showing up and representing this strong protector energy. I mean, you might be a Cancer rising, you might have a Cancer Mars or Venus or Moon or Saturn, but your heart is in the right place. I sense that your intentions are very noble. And I also sense that this is, again, like Knight of the Round Table, protecting the 13th Aeon, which is also the 13th. I said this in yesterday's reading. It was the 13th representation of, the 13th stellar nation, which is the divine Holy Spirit, and it shows up on our planet through plasmic consciousness. So it is like this space dust that culminates inside your bones, in your veins, specifically like your legs. It's funny. And in your face. You know, you shine, and your heart, and your gut. Yeah, it's just all throughout, yeah. I like it. Let's get one of these. I'll put all the decks I use in the description box below, and I'm also going to put, ooh, this is cool, Seek Your Destiny. Check the art out on that. Where's my camera? Seek your destiny. On the bottom, time to reflect. Seek your destiny. Time to reflect. This feels pretty complete. I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was really fun to read for. And I feel like you and this King of Wands, whoever that is, are going to be making some really big, groundbreaking moves inside your emotional realm. So, yep, I'm going to leave the reading here. Thanks again for coming back to my channel. Press that like button. Press the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. And have a great day, night, whenever you're catching this message. Om Namah Shivaya. Bye-bye.